Okay, so what I'd like you to see is the problem with how the compost is at the moment. During the winter, we've collected fruit and vegetables from the kitchen, and that's about it. It's in here, and let me show you what I mean. Okay, well, that's better than I expected. I thought it was going to be whole. This is not good. Look. Obviously, it's not going to turn into soil very fast if it's a whole potato. Them really smashed up so that they're getting close to being soil size.
Why is it bad that this is just stuff from the kitchen?
It won't turn into dirt very fast.
What else does it need?
If you put a worm into here, the worm would not live very long. So we're going to go collect some other stuff to put in with this.
I'm John Belber, Education Director here at Holly Hill Farm.
So what are you doing right now?
I'm adding brown materials to our nitrogen food scraps. That way it'll have a nice ratio of 3 parts carbon to 1 part nitrogen.
What is this brown?
Brown indicates carbon, and there are leaves and decomposing matter like wood shavings. Newspaper works as carbon material. So all that gets added in to mix in with the existing food scraps that you see, like lemon peels and onion skins and apple cores, even manure from our pony. So all that gets mixed together. The more I turn it, the faster it'll decompose. Otherwise, it's sort of a lazy pile with items just decomposing and layered inside our pile here. So this pile I haven't added to in a while, but here, a lot of good decomposing matter. There could be a little bit of warmth and heat in here. The worms have arrived. I invited them to come do the finishing.
What does it take to invite them?
Just a kind handwritten letter to let them know that there's good organic matter here that needs to finish its decomposing.
The last one is what?
This is finished. Maybe I could sift it a little bit, but this is just good material to go right into the garden.
How long does it take to get there?
This has been about 3 months. So I finished it sort of in the mild winter we had of December, so maybe more like 5 months. I'm collecting about 40 buckets a week of compost ingredients, so businesses and coffee shops can reduce their trash, and we can divert that into good, healthy compost. So here we are at Peck's Meadow, which ought to have a Native American name, but it's been called Peck's Meadow for 300 years or so. And it's our busiest farm field. In the foreground, you see rows of peas ready to climb those fences, and the black tarpaulin is hosting spaces for onions and fall shallots to emerge. Lots of seeds and seedlings. Some bok choy going to flower, and mustard greens, they'll be pulled out soon so a new crop can go in. Baby kale being cut for farmer's market on the right. Our farmer's market is online right now until we open in person in June. Swiss chard beginning to flower, baby lettuce heads, some companion planting with onions alongside the tomatoes in that greenhouse. Beautiful garlic with seaweed, sustainable method, if not regenerative farming. So no tractors are coming through here, no gas emissions. This is all organic matter and leaves and seaweed and mulch being added into the fields to build up the level of the soil. Head start on tomatoes. Here they go, climbing up, 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 indeterminate tomatoes that will climb to the sky, loving this sun and this consistent. This morning I started off by bringing plants to Cohasset High School, where they have a garden inside the courtyard. Then I went to Weymouth to plant carrots and potatoes at the Wessagusset Primary School. We work with all 8 primary schools in Weymouth, the city of Weymouth. And then I went to Boston to plant native seedlings to increase the native seedling corridor so native bumblebees and insects can enjoy what they need.
Where did you plant them?
Codman Academy. It's a charter public school in Dorchester.
Great.
Great fun.